Masterclass Live, episode 10. Today's topic is the bulletproof formula to writing web content that converts. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris Carr, and this is Digital Marketing Masterclass Live. This is a podcast dedicated to helping our clients and our subscribers develop systems that generate leads, nurture leads into clients, and then convert those clients into raving fans of your brand, your message, and your vision. All right, so today we are going over something we call PPPO. And what PPPO is it's essentially a formula that we use with our clients and other people that we help develop marketing systems for, so that they can get their message out in a formula that does the full spectrum, of the content arc. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down piece by piece so that you can, kind of watch this video again and look at your own content and try to figure out, hey, if I'm writing original content, should I use this approach? If I'm revising content, should I use this approach? Or if I'm going to re-optimize this content for SEO, all of these tactics I'm going to be talking to you today are going to be very useful to you. Okay? So when I say PPPO, essentially what I'm talking about is the following. It means pain, promise, proof, and opportunity. This is also popular by saying PPPP, which is pain, promise, proof, and proposal. But the reason why I like opportunity deals with the sales nature in which you approach the final stage of your content argument. And we're going to go over that, in today's episode. So let's talk about the first P, which is pain. All right. So when I'm talking about pain, it's really important that when you communicate, that you use the time to be as empathetical as possible, that you show subject matter expertise or understanding that, this pain is very common and this is not unique just to you. All right. And then the emotional response you should feel from the pain portion of your content is, hey, these guys get it. All right. They know what the actual pain is. And if they're a service provider, they're trying to solve this pain, at least they're coming from a standpoint of saying, hey, we understand the problems you're facing on a regular basis, and we're here to help. We're here to guide you. And so many times we see content and they're so anxious to say, this is who we are and this is what we do, that they never take the time to really analyze the pain. I know of a certain subject matter expert named Russell Brunson, and he does these webinars, and 75% of his webinar just keeps going over the pain and the pain and the pain and the pain, because what he's looking for is that emotional response that says, these guys get it. They really get it. All right. So the next portion that we're talking about is the promise. All right. When we talk about the promise, what I'm looking to do is say, hey, now that you sort of understand the pain, this is a promise that we can make to help you solve the problem or the challenge that you're having. All right. So the promise, the critical parts of the promise should say be absolutely, you got to focus on being unique. If you're just like everybody else, it's really great that you understood my pain. But if you're just like everybody else, why should I choose you over someone else? So the promise section is a chance where you can actually literally say, hey, now that I know your pain, as a subject matter expert, here's how you solve this problem in a unique way, and you're not going to hear this from my competition. Okay? And so when I hear the promise section of content, I should be able to say, hey, I'm in good hands here. The next section that we're going to be talking about here deals with proof. Okay? So with proof, we want to be able to say a number of different things that say, hey, this is not my first rodeo. We've seen these challenges before. I've already established that I know their pain. I developed a promise a promise approach that makes us unique, and that we understand your pain, and we're going to really start to think about content that's going to solve that problem for you. But again, this is not our first rodeo. All right, we've done this. We've helped hundreds of clients, maybe thousands of clients, or our product is really unique in a way that it's going to help you where others probably can't. But in the proof section, we're going to try to use as much data as possible to say, hey, this is why our products or services really matter. And here's the proof behind it. Here's the number of happy clients that we have. These are the data in relation to your industry of where we fit in to solve really big problems. And another approach that you can do is you can use proof by using client testimonials or peers in your industry that can speak on your behalf, so that, you know what, you're speaking from authority and here's proof, right? And then the final section is the opportunity, okay? So with opportunity, what I want to be able to do is I want to make sure that they're not leaving with this impression that, oh, you know what, I'm just being sold here, okay? So when I'm thinking of the opportunity, the reason why it's not PPPP, I don't like the final P when it says that it's the proposal. What I want to be able to do is say, hey, this is an opportunity. I'm going to give you as much information as possible. I'm going to tell you that information, and I'm going to invite engagement. Okay? That's something that David Newman's he's known for saying that. And that's what your content should say too. It's like, hey, this isn't here to sell you. It's to give you as much much information as possible to make an educated decision. And ideally, we can make it together, and I can be your guide along the way to help you get to the next level. Okay? So that's it. That's our formula. It's PPPO: pain, promise, proof, and opportunity. All right? So what you should have learned from this lesson is the following. Strategic content is hard. So trust in formulas that are going to help you write content that converts. The next thing we covered in depth is the PPPO formula for writing content and why it brings value and why you should apply it either to your new content, your rewrites, or some of your SEO content. And then finally, to write really great content, if you didn't understand this when I was saying this, it should, evoke an emotional response. All right, this is your chance to grab them and grab their heartstrings. And so write content that is compelling. All right, if you're just writing for SEO, eventually they're going to have to read this content. So make it count. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We are live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 o'clock. Today would be the exception of the rule. We're a little bit late today. And we encourage you to subscribe, click on the notification. We want to try to bring these videos to you as much as possible. We want to encourage you to join our Facebook group, which is the CMO Marketing Roundtable. And if you're wondering what is our unique process that I keep talking about over and over and over again, we have written it all down. This page is super long. It's literally broken down into chapters, and it explains that entire system on how to generate leads, nurture leads, and convert leads, and how to get those brand ambassadors that are going to get you more referrals. And if you can't find it on our website, you can go to this URL, farotechuniqueprocess.com. All right, so again, my name is Chris Carr. Please subscribe, click on the notifications, and we'll see you next time.